think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not trust friends.
If you really want to be a special guy, throw down $60, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try and fucking help out. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what the money would be for. Not to be too callous about it, but I mean,
well, honestly, it's so that when you have a psychotic breakdown and can't go to work for a year, and you just sit in your house crying, that at least you have a couple of bucks to get you through the year.
Oh, there you go. All right. Point. So yeah, the money is.
That's literally the way I look at it. I mean, what if if the person raised 50,000, even 250,000? What would that buy you? A couple of years of fucking sobbing. Christ, like you would never be the same if you even decided to stay alive.
Yeah, many of the parents do. I mean, we know from like Sandy Hook people. I don't know, just all the fucking Uvalde, name it all up. It's very unfortunate that Canada, we didn't have anything like this before, right? Like we've had some mass shooting. There's the the Polytechnique. Yeah. Sorry, that struck me as more like a. I think it's because I always viewed it as like a pure up misogyny thing rather than like a script that was being followed.
No, you're right. I think there was a Winnipeg one. There've been a few, but it's like few and far between.
Yeah, I think the shock on this one is, tactically speaking, this is a horrifyingly effective amount of kills for what this person was and what they had access to. Like, this is barely an adult. It's you know what I mean? Like Canada has very restrictive firearms stuff, so even if you had access to certain things, they would not generally afford you this kind of nightmare, you know?
Yeah.
It was all the stars aligned for this to be maximum damage, and that's fucking shitty.
Yeah. There are I can read the conspiracy theory lettering already about crisis actors and shit like that, because I'm just thinking, like, I've seen a bunch of commercials lately about the federal government rifle buyback program, gun grabbing, nothing worse.
Shit.
Yeah, and so this event happens, the gun grabbers are going to be coming out trying to grab more guns.
Well, that's one of the things I actually read on one of the comments on Reddit was like, "Hey, maybe we should have leaned harder into this buyback program," and it got like 80,000 unlikes. Fuck you, Lefty.
Yeah. Anyway,
but really, I mean, I'm not a big advocate for repossessing guns and stuff. I mean, these things are typically like, when these things happen, that doesn't mean that there's not a gajillion super responsible gun owners, you know? It's just, you know, there are different ways to police them than taking all of them away. Like they had an opportunity to in this case and didn't. Congrats.
Yeah. Fuck. I think there's, if there isn't already, and there must be, there's got to be like some sort of opinion piece, or what's the law behind gun blah, 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 and British Columbia, I don't know, like some sort of legal analysis of how this fucking happened. But anyway, just another day in the park for Americans. No big deal. Yeah, fucking. Okay, so I haven't really cared much about the Epstein thing. But the more I read about it now, or specifically hear about it, like the sort of like synthesis or analysis that the guy over at Panic World is giving, which I find somewhat compelling, is just like there is literally like a cabal of fucking people who have like eugenic ideas, and like sex traffic always strikes me really strong word, because it activates like the imagination of some sort of like elaborate establishment or whatever, but like they're like, sure, he's pimping girls like that, you know, like, not that that's nothing, but it's not like international sex trade operation. Like, he's not dealing with the same people.
Kind of wasn't it?
Well, okay, so when I think international sex trafficking, I think like, you know, what we read about in Punisher, you know, what we saw in Taken, that kind of thing. he's
yeah.
Rambo. That's right. Yeah. So like I never envisioned it like that, and I think that's what a lot of people envisioned just by the words, right? So I just find it like kind of almost not, frankly, like a side issue to what the real problem was with this like fucking whacked out information broker just connecting all sorts of people together and depending upon who you might listen to, like having a really important role in like how cryptocurrency came to be and fucking Palantir and so on and so forth. It's a conspiracy theorist's fucking wet dream. And, it's fucking true. It's crazy. Don't know what to do with that. Having some troubles with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I read the thoughts of like the odd horrified politician that got to read the unredacted ones.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking don't know what to do with their lives.
Oh, really?
There was a guy recently, and I'll try and find the article for you guys. But yeah, he just looked like he had like this 1,000-yard stare, and I was like, this is just, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know why we're not similar to the Donald Obama monkeys. We're at the point where we just have no reaction to anything because, that's just how Donald does it, yeah.
But honestly, he wasn't actually I don't think he's actually that connected to Epstein. Like, he certainly knew him, and he probably fucked some underage girls. Like, I believe that for sure.
A frequent flyer, yeah.
But at a certain point, it appears that he stopped, although he stayed collegial.
They had a break. Yeah, I think in terms of the larger world implications that you're talking about, I don't think he was very active in that. No, I think it was just the pedophilia.
It was probably just like, it was like it's middle age. It's like when his dick stopped working, he cucking and beatings and pissings become more interesting. So he just went off the kids.
Okay,
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know, listen. That's how.
It's fun.
Those kind of people probably just do it that way,
Yeah.
And
the world is full of strange people, anxious people. people looking for love in all the wrong places, or I suppose maybe even, or letting it just drop into your life. Here at the Extinction Agenda with James
and Chris,
the man on the internet most likely to have 7 overbearing sisters who regularly ridicule and emotionally abuse him. So we're doing Punch Drunk Love. Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't think we haven't done a Paul Thomas Anderson yet.
No.
So this is a little strange one to start.
It's true because you're a big There Will Be Blood mark, aren't you?
I love all of these movies. We'll get into this one in particular. This one's not my favorite, but I think I like it better than Licorice Pizza, which left absolutely nothing within me. Like, I just sort of happened, and I was like, wow, I don't see the virtues in this. But every other movie I've really enjoyed, quite a bit, and come back to. I did like the Phantom Thread. Yeah. If you pay attention to it for the costuming and the architecture and the interiors and whatnot, and for the Daniel Day-Lewis just acting like a fucking crazy person. Anyway, it's good stuff. So anyway, the
made
PTA,
me realize.
yeah.
Sorry. This movie just made me realize that I hadn't seen anything past There Will Be Blood and I'm like, I love this guy's movies, so I got some stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll we'll make a month of it one day.
Anytime, I would love that.
Yeah. Okay, James. So we'd all seen this. I hadn't really.
Yeah.
I suppose this is like my third time seeing it. First around 2002, I suppose, whenever it came out on video, and then another time when I did it catching up with the PTA, and then I guess this time here. Had you rewatched it, James?
I hadn't rewatched it since. Well, this is very telling. My copy is a 2-disc one that has the bonus material, which is probably really cool, which I've never watched, but it's from Blockbuster Video. got the marker on it. So I must have bought a used copy. So yeah, you're talking, I guess, when this was a 2001 joint, something like that.
2002.
2002, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's I bought it. It must have tickled me, and then when I started watching it, I started remembering all the things I like about it.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, I guess. I don't know. And it was widescreen, which was nice because I was surprised. Some of that was like right on the cusp of formatting, because I feel like this was built for it. But
yeah. This is our second Paul Thomas Anderson movie that we would have ever seen, James. Like, we would have seen Boogie Nights prior to this. I don't think either of us watched Magnolia at the time. Like, maybe you did and I just didn't realize, which is totally
might
possible.
Have that also, or I may have had that on VHS. I have seen that. That's Nicole Kidman. Isn't that
no,
right?
No, I don't. No,
Julianne Moore.
Is it Julianne Moore as well? Tom Cruise, yeah, a bunch of.
Oh, it's Tom Cruise and Julianne Moore.
Yeah, I think so.
Might have been Tom Cruise that I mixed up for his wife at the time.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That's like that's a Barry Egan thing, kind of to do.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Said food because. Okay. Anyway, so and then Chris, this is. I pulled this and put it on the list not just because it's about love, but because I knew it was on like your sort of a list of movies that you really like and that we should sort of get around to covering. Why don't you bring us into the world of Punch Drunk Love?
It's I think this movie asks, like, what if a love story was also a nightmare? And I don't think enough things ask that. So that's really nice. It's everything about it. It's one of the movies that just like appeals to me on all facets. Like the movement of it, the direction, the soundtrack is so important to ramping up the anxiety that just like gets under your skin, this whole thing. The weirdness of like their connection, and I love what it finds in Adam Sandler. Like when this movie was put out, when Paul Thomas Anderson announced that he was going to do a comedy with Adam Sandler, like people thought it was a joke. Like they just like didn't take him seriously at all. And it like we forget, like, because we know that he's capable of dramatic roles now, but like that was not a given at the time.
I remember that controversy. Like I remember, this is because I skipped Magnolia. I just wasn't attracted to this director. Like I wasn't thinking, when I thought about Boogie Nights, I didn't know who the director was, right? And I don't think I did either, but it was just like, here's a weird Adam Sandler movie. And he's playing the clown is crying, the clown is serious, and that's pretty much the way they sold it at the time, and it drew my attention. I mean, we all loved The Waterboy and shit, right? So
yeah, absolutely. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Bring that up.
It's ready to go on this one, and it works. Like he's not an actor. He's got like a Seinfeld thing going on in this movie. A little bit, but he's just always been very good, even in his comedy, at playing very nervous and kind of nasal, sort of empty personalities that rage out like that. That was kind of the thing that he knew how to do. So it just made sense.
This is funny. This movie just makes you feel. I think the biggest thing is that this movie does successfully is makes you, the way that it makes you feel anxious or feel like you have whatever type of disorder that Barry has here, amidst his anxiety, or I read online someone said that it could be an autism spectrum thing, amidst, I don't know what else is obsessive compulsive and so on and so forth. There's probably like all over the board, but he the big thing this thing does is it traps you with him. So like when things go really sideways, all the side characters are they're almost like these muted, half-realized people. So you get to freak out with Barry every time. So when he loses his temper, when he does something stupid, when he can't control his impulses, you're only with Barry. Everyone else is just like, "Hey Barry, what are you doing?" Or his sister saying something ludicrous to him, and it's just sort of like overshadowed by like either the music, which is very tense. Funny enough, Kate, my wife, had to put her headphones on because she advised it was like very negative in terms of like how like it took over the room, like in terms of overstimulation.
Nice.
I thought that was, and she wasn't even really listening to the script. It was just sort of the overtones of the music, and it delivers in that sense too. And I think that's what makes you really like, I don't know, that's what makes me empathize with Barry. That's what makes me level with Barry. Is that I've been there, I've made stupid decisions, and I've had terrible reactions. Maybe, obviously not. Hopefully not as extreme as this, but probably.
Yeah, there is it's all very relatable and real. You know, like I don't care for Barry myself, but watching him around this time though, like I was like, okay, all right, I'm getting it. Like I said when we took up this project, like I'd always been biased against this movie because like, why the fuck does he let his sisters talk to him like that? What the fuck, right? The thing is, Chris, actually, what you said is so true, because it's a love story that's also a horror story or a nightmare, and all of Barry's actions in this movie, anyone's actions in this movie, really, no, mostly Barry, grate on me like those people in horror movies that go into the basement or whatever, you know, they go clearly into the most dangerous place they possibly could, and you're screaming at the screen like, why? This is fucking stupid. It's the exact same feeling watching this movie. And like, so that's funny, right? Like, I mean, it's a consequence of a tone that was borrowed, or kind of an approach. That said, Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I guess it'd be a good time to say sort of just generally what happens to Barry, right?
Yeah, all right. So,
well, he gets home one night and he's feeling a little lonely, I guess. So he decides to call a porno line in the paper and then fully identifies himself using his social security number, credit card, full name, and address. And opens himself up to like a fraudulent nightmare, all while falling in love with a woman that his sister's trying to introduce to him, who also has some quirks that are odd, that are sort of revealed a bit later. That their meeting wasn't, by fate. That it was sort of planned, and that she also had some quirks that were different, but yeah, his love story is kind of derailed by like the worst case scenario in evolving fraud nightmare or whatever that could possibly happen. But
and they come and shake him down and whatnot. And Philip Seymour Hoffman takes a hand in the affair.
Oh wow, what a great role, by the way.
Yeah.
If I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, I certainly appreciated it now. But,
yeah.
Whenever I think of Philip Seymour Hoffman, like that is the role that like I think of him in, like just like being a total dirtbag. Yeah, the mattress man.
Yeah, I like how when he's talking to his brothers and he's like, "So I'm not going to be paying expenses on this one," and they're like, "I was told there'd be expenses," and they're having that whole fucking conversation, and he just keeps like, fucking, I don't know, gaslighting them into like, driving the price, and you're gonna now fill her up when you go out there too, save the receipts, right? And he's just like, he doesn't give out money at all.
What does he say? He says something like, whenever it doesn't make sense, assume good intentions or something like that.
Yeah, just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
So the romance between Emily Watson. So I guess Barry's got a very complex relationship with women in this movie. And I think this is another thing that's kind of like, I know it's meant to be this way, like the artist wanted it this way, but it's very weird. And it's a weird movie. So Barry, like, where are the parents in any of this, right? It's just like all he has is these female negativity around him. There's no mother figure, there's no father figure. He's unrooted, and this negative feminine energy is just dragging him down.
That succession of phone calls in his office, like when they're just like, "You're gonna be at the party, Barry," and then it's just like everyone is so like hostile.
Oh my goodness! I wrote some of this shit down. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna talk to your customers? Yeah, go be a fucking phony, Barry, piece of shit.
you phony, you fucking phony, chatty piece of shit. Fuck.
It's so aggressive.
And so, okay, so that's the problem that Barry faces ultimately. And so he taps into the phone sex line, and the phone sex line is just another telephone call, another negative female energy swamping his life and causing this anxiety in the background. But it's all solved when Mother appears. And like she like the Emily Watson lady, like she has this motherly quality, this sort of forgiveness and patience with him, and even looks upon him as a child in the bedroom, in his little bathrobe or whatever, he's found mommy. And like that's the politics of this movie that I really can't escape from. Like, but at the same time, like this movie really does depict something about the the suddenness of love, the way it can kind of explode into your life and alter everything.
Oh, even I was really paying attention to the sort of like the symbolism of the imagery in the beginning. And so what happens, like he's at his office and he goes outside and he witnesses a car crash. Like, it just like rolls over, and then a truck comes by and it drops off that harmonium, and like the two things just are there. Like, they just kind of change the day completely.
Yeah.
And then as he picks it up, this like giant transport barrels by and like almost runs him over too. So it's like all of this, I don't know, the possibility of like something entering your life, music, whatever. It's extremely violent. There's great potential for violence in all of it.
Yeah.
And then when he goes back in the office, he's breathing like he's having a panic attack. And then when Emily Watson, like, she just comes by and drops off her car. But when she comes out of that car, it's like she's standing right in front of the sun. There's like lens flare. Like, she's not brought into focus. It's blinding. And it is that sort of sense that, like, he can't actually see her properly. There's just something about that, like the suddenness and like you're saying, the sort of interruption of that into his life that is like just given in these like, I don't know, like these disruptive terms.
Yeah. The beginning of the movie is very quiet, and we don't get a constant background or a regular background sound until he places his hand on the harmonium, finally brings music into his life, and then the movie kind of all of a sudden it feels like Amelie, and I was like, shit, we should watch Amelie. That would have been
absolutely.
That would have been excellent for anyway. Not that this wasn't. Sorry, go ahead.
Just quick note about the harmonium. It's like diegetic music. Like it actually, like, the act of him playing like those three like little warbly notes on the piano like summons music into the film and like just changes things. It's interesting.
Yeah.
There was one other little funny thing too, Chris, when you were talking about all the harmonium and the car accident and stuff at the beginning. I noticed that he's like that's when you start to see some of his tics too, because he's just nodding his head no, like nope, no, this isn't like, this isn't happening. I'm not accepting any of this. This is changing my normal perspective on what's happening, and he's just sort of refusing it, which I thought was kind of funny too. But
yeah, and then what causes him to run in? Like, I guess a transport threatens the harmonium, or what causes him to run out again? Like, I see saves it before he. Yeah, like he walks away from it, and then like he picks it up and runs with it.
I think he sees it like for more time during the day. Wasn't it like? Yeah. I think it was after the interaction with
Emily.
Emily, she's like, someone left a piano out there, and for whatever reason, the allure of her saying that like made him like second guess like it being left out there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you're. Yeah, The good thing, as enigmatic as this movie's opening is, it's all very, it is very clear once you just sort of talk it out. What all the things that are going on. I remember the getting to the violence thing when he finally stands up for himself against those bullies, against like the brothers, and just like fucking beats them with a tire iron and stuff. That very enjoyable. It was enjoyable then. It was enjoyable now. Pretty
Terminator mode.
Good choreography on that. I'd kind of like to see that again.
Yeah, that was like, I guess it just hits him that, I don't know. It's that was the one of the hokey parts, right? It was like the power of love when he, because that's when he later on when he sort of like orchestrates the confrontation with the mattress man and says like, "I'm stronger than you can ever imagine."
Yeah.
Which gave me sort of like mental defective strength vibes, which makes me laugh whenever I see that scene.
Yeah.
The mattress man assesses that this is a potentially life-altering situation and decides to call it that's that.
That's a really interesting scene for, I don't know, a couple of reasons. One, how the fuck does he get to Utah or whatever so quickly from wherever he is? He has a different colored phone in his hand, I think, when he arrives, and he actually is still holding some sort of phone receiver. He's gone into somewhere else, like somewhere nebulous, like magical transportation. And when he faces against Philip Seymour Hoffman, he's almost facing him in the same way that he faces Emily, or whatever is her name, Lena? They're like the character in the movie. Yeah, Lena Leonard. He enters into some sort of like, I don't know, not going to call it, I'll call it a romantic profile, or like one of those illusions where you do two faces side by side and it looks like there's a cup between them. And they're both sort of in blue and everything. It's like he's facing himself in that moment. And then walking away, like he's like that final thing that he needs to take control of, not just within the world, but also within himself. So he can just pathetically follow Lena around. And we're supposed to find that charming.
Yeah, I did find it charming.
I just need to follow you around, Mama. That "He Needs Me" song, is okay. So if I remember correctly, that's Olive Oyl from the Popeye movie, and she's singing about a baby. He needs me. He needs me. So like,
interesting.
Yeah, no, this movie's fucked. Like it's, I don't know, like it's very typical psychological fare actually, but it, I don't know, that's sort of thing on your like he's trying to make like a romantic comedy here, and
I don't like what you're doing.
I'm ruining your poor movie. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about the first time she asked him out on a date. And she just like takes control of the whole situation. Is like, I'm going for dinner. Would you like to join me? It's like asking a child to go to dinner with you, like how you would ask a kid to go to McDonald's with you.
Yeah.
And I now I'm feeling like I'm going to see more things I don't want to see.
I think
go ahead.
Counterpoint to that, not that it isn't there, but I think there is something deeply disturbed about her as well that we only see little glimpses of. It's enigmatic is a good word that you used earlier. But she just seems needy's probably too strong, but definitely like
you're
obsessive.
saying. Yeah, she orchestrated the fake car meetup and everything, right?
Yeah,
but you don't find that out till the end.
Because she saw a picture with him with like his sisters and thought like that it'd be nice to have a big family kind of thing. She just liked the look of him or whatever. That's the thing about love and attraction, is that like you have this idealized person that you've encountered too, right? It's like, I mean, she does not know. She doesn't know Barry. She doesn't know this rage thing. She knows he has a crying problem.
Yeah.
Told by the sister. He doesn't have a crying problem, but you know. But then
the fact. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Well, I didn't want to cut off your train of thought, but like she's I don't know. She's also like divorced like 6 months ago or something like that, or something like that. Like, you know, like you don't have to be. Clearly, there is something wrong with her. Fine, like in the sense that she's attracted to an incredibly troubled man who is like there's like what do they say? The difference between a happy movie and a sad movie is when it stops. You know, when you stop the story.
Sure.
They stopped the story here when it was still happy, but there's a whole universe where we learn about Barry's politics. Oh, those are probably fucked. We learn whatever the fuck is motivating Lena or whatever to drive her towards this anxiety crippled man child. And yeah, you know, and the sort of like weird shit that flows after that. Like,
he's the one who initiates the talk in bed of the like, I want to chew your cheek, and then he's like, I want to smash your face with a sledgehammer, and then she escalates from I just want to scoop your eyes out. And he's like, this is funny. Like it's such an odd, like it's disturbing. Honestly, it's like
really,
yeah. There's potential for great suffering in these people. I like the comment about the politics because I think in a pre-internet world, or at least like a pre-social media world, you maybe you can stop that, whatever he, you know, because he's like, he could be on an incel kind of track, right? But like you can stop it from metastasizing before it happens, and that's a happy win. But I think like in our
just
world,
need mommy.
He'd find some sort of shit, you know. He'd find the red pill pretty quickly.
Yeah. The violence thing, the violence and love thing, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just my personality, maybe it's not, but I've always associated the feeling of love with the, you know, like with I don't know, with the sort of destructive energy, you know, like weird obsessions and shit like that. And so like their language to each other is very much like that. I recognize that as the language of love. It's a very uncommon way of expressing it or whatever, but I was like, yeah, okay. I'll say it again. Like this movie does a really good job of evoking love as a concept, and you know, like its frightening nature and its redemptive nature and all that stuff. Like it really, it finds a really lovely looking way to dramatize it in a really like an oblique, comes at it from an oblique angle. To pretty good effect.
Yeah, there's even that concept of cute aggression, right? Like that, like, you know, like when you find something so adorable, like you just want to like smash it up, or like,
just want to squeeze it.
Exactly, yeah. Like I feel like she's experiencing that with Barry just in her attraction.
Okay, lucky them. He's running with the pudding now.
There's a lot of odd running.
Yeah.
I love the pudding. What's the pudding doing for us here metaphorically? And outside of just giving us another one of Barry's breakdowns,
it's the possibility of escaping. Like it's the, he doesn't do anything, right? Like his sister says, like, you don't do anything, and like this is sort of like, it's this fantasy, like it's healthy choice. It's the, you know, you could take advantage of this offer and go anywhere in the world, never run out of air mile points. But it's also based, I read, on a true like story that he read, that some guy actually did figure out that this whatever offer was offering way too much, and he was able to capitalize on it.
And I think if I remember from Wikipedia, like that's the same company, Healthy Choice. Like they were really good. They were really good sports, apparently.
That's hilarious.
Well, I mean,
that's perfect.
Excellent. Yeah. I think so. And that thing that he discovers is like the very first thing that happens in this movie. Like it's that telephone call. in the weird version of the garage that we don't see again after that. And yeah, he's just like he's identified this way, this means of escape, and it's at that moment that he develops the means of escape that he encounters a female that can take him away from all the negative female energy and attention that he's received up until this point.
Yeah, similarly to the suit, like that's like a a change in your life. Like it's like
yeah,
I thought it'd be nice to dress up for work, and I don't know why. And that's like everyone's giving him hell about it. And like I love how his sister keeps being like, he's wearing that. I don't know why he's being weird and wearing that suit, which he never takes off, even on the plane to Hawaii. Like he's got it on.
Yeah, and it sort of gets cleaned at a certain point. Like he gets all dirty and ruffled, but then it gets fixed again. Yeah. The one redemptive thing about the sisters, there was 2 moments where I felt like some sort of warmth. There was like Rhonda comes up from the basement. So he showed up at the party and the girls are like, hey, we used to call you gay boy, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh yeah. Just driving hard on. You're like, what the why are there's no one on earth as bad as these women. But then the sister comes up from the basement like, why did you have that hammer, Barry? And he's like, oh, why did I have it? And then the nice sister sort of comes up and she still startles him, but she was like, he was building a doghouse, Okay. It's a really nice scene, and like Adam Sandler does a really good job of like seeing startled and really being in the moment. And so there's her, and then there's the thing where Lena's sitting on the couch on the phone talking to one of the sisters, and she says that Barry's weird, but then the sister's like, well, he's not that weird, like she
defends him.
Yeah, just some slight sisterly, like really fucked up sisterly concern. Like we can call him fucking weird, but don't you dare call him weird.
But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean he is weird.
Yeah, and like I think it is the same sister who tries to set her. The only one that we get by name it's Elizabeth, I think. Yeah.
And yeah, she is trying to help him somehow, but she's just so mean. They're just so mean.
Oh, I love when he runs away and drops his coffee cup, just trying to get away from her. He sees her, and then he like repositions himself to be grand coming out of his office before she arrives. That's fucking terrible. I can't imagine that it's just like it's the whole thing with like you're not really sure what's going on with Lena or whatever, because you're only getting Barry's reactions. Like even Lena, like you can't see her being weird or off balance. She is, though. You can see it. But you're stuck with Barry. You go into the bathroom, trash the restaurant with Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how he doesn't. Go ahead. Oh, I just love how he's never honest. He's always denying these things. Like, I didn't trash the bathroom. Like,
that was what I was going to say. Like, he's unwilling to face himself. Like. And his own embarrassment and like these problems, like he's only starting to be able to face them. Like he does ask for help in this movie in a really sad and realistic sort of way.
That's a horrible scene.
Yeah. But then there's comedy in it though. Barry, I'm a dentist.
Yeah.
Like
I verbatim is just like so clear. What do you think I can do for you?
Yeah.
And then Barry starts breaking down and he almost goes to hug him, but then has no idea what to do with his hand. And I like that. Listen, I don't know if you guys know any dentists. I don't, except for my actual dentist. They seem not, I don't know. They have a way about them that's uncomfortable.
Skeleton mongers, because their job is to interact with your skeleton, like the exposed part of it. That's weird.
That's
a bunch of necromancers. The whole fucking lot of them.
Apparently, the most depressing job, like, is so they say, because like everyone, is terrified to see you, basically.
Not terrified, but just yes, terrified and also like uncomfortable, and then you know that they're grifting you also. So it's just like the worst. It's all the worst things rolled into one ball.
Grifting you for surgery. Like, what other medical professional routinely offers like drastic surgery, like at the drop of a hat?
And then the worst part is there's potential for like surgical unseen fraud that you can't detect. Oh, we might need to fill a cavity.
I see. Okay.
I'm gonna grift your benefits so that I can drill you and shit. Like there's so much potential for evil. It's just it's a fucking sweaty, and then this smell. There's a lot to unpack.
Okay.
I've never thought of that before. Wow.
Yeah. Don't fall asleep, man. I know you love the dentist a lot. Big dentist head over here.
Real dentist fan right here.
Yeah. Dream dentistry. I just hope we don't have any listeners who are dentists and are going to be.
I know, right? I was going to say,
just like prying into their, into their
dentist friends, fucking heartbroken.
We only accept 5-star reviews from dentists. So sorry. Yeah. So back to the movie. So yeah, he asked for help, and it's it's a dentist or whatever. But yeah, no, that's sad. Like Barry's genuinely sad in this.
Those are the moments where I do feel empathy, and I know that that's sort of a sticking point maybe between us. But I do think that it is because he's genuinely, he doesn't know what the problem is. He wants to get better, and he doesn't have a starting point. And I think that those things pull me into, despite the fact that I am uncomfortable with like you said, in real life, Barry's probably a problem. The sort of outrage, the outbursts, the trashing the bathroom sort of thing could go very wrong.
Yeah. Well, I would say that trashing the bathroom is going wrong, right? That's an extreme fucking act. The fact that he doesn't get the cops called on him or whatever. I don't need the movie to be realistic. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah,
it's emotionally true, but the movie is also a fantasy, takes place in a fantasy realm. I mean to say.
Well, the waiter trying to be tactful about it too, and just escalating his frustration until sir, your hand is bleeding. Oh, I cut myself on my knife. until the guy's like, I'm gonna crack your fucking head open.
Yeah. And then he lies to her, and she knows she's being lied to in that moment. She sees that some sort of breakdown is happening, or at the very least she must. But she kind of really likes it. When they're driving in the car and she leans over and she's almost sexual about it. Did you steal the harmonium from the street? Are you a bad boy?
Yeah.
And yeah. So they're the manic energy that drives her, and the obsessive sort of motherly stare that she provides all the time. She might be a serial killer. That's
well, when they leave the restaurant, it's the music is romantic. It's they're walking
hand
together.
in hand.
It's and you get
nice
this
successful date.
Is that when they do the cheesy wipe where it's the sort of focus on their hands? I think maybe that's in Hawaii.
Yeah, I think that's in Hawaii. They do the camera sort of thing. You zoom in on the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's almost like the formalism of the movie, the music, the elements. It's forcing it into the mold of a romance, despite what you're actually getting. I find that really interesting.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to him. It's not. I might actually like it more. This conversation's making me like it more, so that's helpful. And and watching it again though, am I gonna rewatch this? I don't know.
It's been a while. I'll definitely be watching it at some point, but it might be a little while until I do it again.
Yeah,
I'm just watching Barry take that $500 out of the ATM.
Oh yeah, and he's all apologetic and stuff. And, that's actually a lot of money for me. That's
what you get when you're a pervert.
Fucking pervert. You just be a pervert.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking pervert. Like, even at the end, they like, for what? It's weird. I guess it ties into what we've been saying, though. Like, he's got really potential pervert energy, but but he's not a pervert, though.
No.
Like, really, like, he calls a sex line, and that's it, right?
Even on the phone call, she's like, "Are you stroking your cock?" And he's like, I don't know what's going on down there. And he's just trying to like have a conversation because he's so fucking lonely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. I don't know what's going on down there. Yeah, so he doesn't know anything about himself. Like, he's disconnected completely. And like, when they call him a phony, chatty loser, he kind of is a phony, chatty loser because he's got the work voice. And he's like, oh, and here's the thing, and he's going through some sort of like really phony motions but that's what one does in a business, right? But he's able to do that.
Yeah, it's funny because he's kind of he's high functioning, like, in a way, because he's somehow gotten himself into like manufacturing. That's one of the funny, like, that's like sort of a commentary on business culture too. But he's got bullshit manufacturing on some plungers that have little cute ornamental things in them, and they're supposed to be unbreakable, and they just smash easily, and it's just a bunch of fucking bullshit garbage. But he's got all these fucking contracts calling him, hotels and places calling him to buy them off of him, and it's just like, it's just funny because it's very akin to just how bullshit business works, and it's funny. It's just funny to see it displayed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole premise is an advertising error. Like, the whole precipitating incident is like a marketing error that he's going to capitalize on.
That's true.
Yeah, it's funny that he even reports it to the company when he's talking to the guy. Do you guys understand that the value of this like far outweighs the cost of the items or whatever? And the guy's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. He literally says that.
It just kills me. It's just funny because it's just perfect. I don't know. Those are real world beats,
Seeing him in that office like that's just like this like shitty industrial thing, like area and like it's a warehouse basically. He's got a desk and it's so open and so empty, and like it's almost like a little commentary on his like the phoniness of the business.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, as James, you said something earlier about that made me think about like identity, and I don't think I'm going to come to it now, but it's kind of bubbling in the back of my head that like there is something about that in this. Like, he's such an empty, like he's unrealized, and like he's a person who just takes all the shit that people like pen him in and define him as, and like he's struggling to like find himself, like with the suit and all that, and like really the Mattress Man, like to going down to Utah, it resolves so fast, but like he. Mm-hmm. Like it is that pushback when he finally learns to like push back against the world, and you see it. I love that phone call in Hawaii with this. Like, there's no reason for you to be treating me this way. I'm going to fucking kill you. You want that? And it's just like it's just pouring out of him, like just the absolute, like, he's at his limit.
That really helped for me as the viewer to have that moment of catharsis. I needed that release.
How are you treating me this way?
Yeah. And like when he gets lost first he walks her home after the bathroom destruction date, and then she calls him down at the lobby and says she wants to kiss or whatever, and like the way you've kind of been in a situation where like you're not in connection with someone, you're trying to find someone in a building, and he's sort of running through corridors, and like it's almost like a maze for a while until he like finds her. And that also happens in Hawaii. Like, I don't know what the point of that is, other than to rack up the anxiety and make us feel disoriented.
It's like that sort of like life is the maze, like it's like just like this endless liminal space of like, endless corridors that look the same, but then, you finally find that person, and it's like, I guess just impresses the sort of like the impact of making that connection.
Yeah. I gotta say that I'm impressed with Adam Sandler's physicality in this. Like when because I'm remembering the scene now, he's in the hallway, he's got the harmonium, and he's running through the hallways but like shifting his angle slightly to fit through a doorway, and then going back to normal and shifting his angle. And like he had to actually do that. That machine couldn't have been light. And he runs a lot in this movie. He must have lost weight.
I was just thinking about when he was running away from the brothers.
That was fucking annoying. Fucking annoying.
Where the fuck are you going? We know where you live.
Yeah.
And then he just stops and realizes. That's like one of the like moments I think he realizes he has to like he has to do something, but he hasn't quite addressed it yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, because he's busy dealing with like both fronts at the same time, like the love front and then the strife front. Yeah. But yeah, the strife won't let him rest. But yeah, now he's calling the sex line now. I want to speak to your supervisor. Fucking, oh, you're in trouble now, lady. And you're like, Jesus Christ. It's very true to his character, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, to imagine that there's like that there are rules that they're playing by, and there's a professional hierarchy that he can still address at that point. Like he just hasn't quite gripped it yet.
No, but strangely he did, right? Because he got a hold of the mattress man. Like I want to talk to your boss, but he says supervisor, right? Because like he's just used to these decision trees, I guess. But yeah, he eventually gets to the boss, and that's definitely one way to do it. Beautiful hair. What an amazing creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. So, we got anything more on the Punch Drunk Love?
I don't think so. I think, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a short one, man. It's an hour and 30, and like you could talk about how the music, like we already talked about how the music is good and the acting's good and the shots are good and the blah 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 and the lighting, and so yeah, I think we just ate the whole apple. We did it.
What are you talking about? You need a jacket for the show? I've watched the show. I've seen guys not wearing jackets.
Absolutely. They've done almost everything here. So you get a call from him or you're somebody.
Yes.
Now, do you want to work with him?
Well, here's what happened. Paul called and asked to come and hang out. We were shooting Little Nicky at the time, another movie, and Paul comes over, hangs out with me we hung out for like 5 hours, say, and he just talked about some of the stuff I've done in the past, and he's a Saturday Night Live fan, so we talked about that stuff, and I just thought he was a great guy, and I loved Boogie Nights, and then a week later, Magnolia came out, and I saw that movie, and I was like, "Well, this guy
knows what he's doing.
He's pretty damn good, isn't he?" And he said he wanted to work together and do a movie together, and I was just excited, and he went to work.